it's Off for Glory, episode 110. Yes, we've already made it to 110. Only 90 more episodes to go for that episode 200. Speaking of episodes, I'm going to before we're back with the Stardom videos. When we say Talk for Glory talks about all wrestling, we truly do mean it. And as I get deeper into Stardom and I start announcing these shows, I hopefully can help all of you guys understand each show as we get into these. But here's a little rundown. We are about 4 days away from one of Stardom's pay-per-views, known as Stardom World Climax. Now, just for you guys that don't know what a G1 is, Stardom World Climax is not the intro to the G1 of Stardom. They have the 5-star Grand Prix, so keep that in mind as we go through this. There, we are about 4 days away from Stardom World Climax. We are 4 days away from seeing the return of Kairi, just Kairi, not Kairi Sane, not Kairi Hojo. It'll just be Kairi returning into the ring. You know what? We are 4 days away from a lot of great things. I'm excited to get into with this predictions. Before I get into this, two things. Introductions as always. I'm an before, as I said before. And about a couple days ago, I did a collaboration video with a YouTube channel named Stardom Fan. I'll link them down below. These guys were really cool. We all gave our opinions on exactly this, on World Climax. And so if you want to hear first what I got to say here, and then maybe I say something different over there, I'll link those guys down below. These guys are very fun people. I promise you guys that as long as you're learning about wrestling, everywhere is the right place to go. But thank you for everyone that joins Talk for Glory. All right, let's get into the first match, guys. I'm pretty sure I've done enough of these Stardom matches where you guys are well adjusted to the championships. So let's start off with the... Also, just as always, guys, as I'm reading this has no order, so how I'm reading this can be completely different. So it will be a sister versus sister match. Hanan, representing Stars, the future champion, versus representing Oedo Tai, her sister Rina. Honestly, the sister match has been a match waiting in the making. A match waiting in the making for many Stardom fans, or just, wrestling fans in general. We all love seeing a fun sibling battle. We've seen like Matt and Jeff. We've seen the Briscoes. We've seen the Young Bucks. But I want to say we've seen Nikki and Brie, but they become hit or miss. But everyone loves a good sibling fight. So Hina versus Hanan, or Hanan, however you guys want to say it, should be a fun match. Now, I have been twisting and turning about who's taking the W in this match. And as much as I know Hanan is, I think, 18, and for the future belt, it's like 15, like 14, 15, 16, 17. I know that, Hanan's basically pushing up in her age where she kind of cannot qualify for the future belt. But, Stardom's kind of weird with it because at one point they did have Unagi as the future belt champion. And Unagi, for the better part, has been, I think, like 31 or 32 from, turning 31 and 32 these past 2 years while being future belt champion. Or just future champion. So let's see. Maybe they can still have Hanan be champion after, hitting 18 or 19. And then after this, I think she does need to start going for a high speed belt. But, back to what I was saying. I know Rina is young. She's, I believe, 16 years old. So if she doesn't win it now, she can definitely win it sometime throughout the year. She has plenty of time. And then after Rina wins the future belt, I think eventually her sister Hina should win the future belt. Just make it a sibling thing. Everyone in the family has won the future belt. Sorry about that, guys. Give me a moment. Okay, sorry about that. Back to what I was saying. So yeah, I think Hanan's gonna be winning. Rina's, too soon for her. Only 16 years old. Maybe by the time she turns 17 in a couple months, she wins that future belt. And I hope we see the best run out of Rina whenever she wins that future belt. But for right now, her big sister is gonna have to keep holding on to it for now. And now time for the next match. Again, guys, remember that this is in no order except the one that I'm reading off of a website. The next match is the returning Sayada versus Mirai. I know Sayada returned versus not versus. I know she returned that New Blood, but we didn't. Talk for Glory didn't cover that, and I haven't felt like Sayada is back fully. Like, it was great to see her at New Blood, but I feel like something's changed, not in a good way. Even though she's put on, I believe, like 15 extra pounds of muscle, she is definitely the strongest woman I've ever seen. Next to like Beth Phoenix, like pure muscle. If you guys have never seen what Sayada looks like, dude, just go look at her. She is pure muscle. I don't know what's her workout routine, but she is, doing her best, and it is succeeding. She's going to be facing Mirai, which I've already said how I feel about Mirai on a number of occasions. I like Mirai. I like everyone that comes into Stardom. I like them coming in and, making a huge impact their first 5 matches. Mirai, and I believe her second or third match here, challenged for the red belt. And not only did I find a personal issue with that, it's that Mirai has done nothing else. Like, she hasn't like elevated herself after the red belt loss. And I've already said that I have a problem with DDM basically being pushed to the moon, and a never-ending cycle of DDM wins. It's at the cost of the company. DDM loses, they still win. And Mirai reminds me too much of Sanada, where most of her moves she looks bored. The most emotion she shows is within her entrance, and she does like the little fortune sign. For you guys that are old school TNA fans, like, she does the fortune sign a lot throughout her entrance, and then she does the fist in hand DDM pose. But her matches, she just looks like she's as bored as Sanada. So I'm hoping Sayada can get this W, and hopefully Sayada challenges for the future belt, because as we all know, Sayada had to relinquish the future belt due to injury. Okay. Oh man, speaking of DDM, the next match is a 6-woman tag gauntlet match featuring, as myself and Stardom fan said on their podcast, on their YouTube channel, My Himi Poi version 2. And by that, when I say version 2, I mean Mai Sakurai, Natsupoi, and Himika. So, it technically still is My Himi Poi, just no Micah, versus Mina of Cosmic Angels, Waka, the Cosmic Anchor, and oddly enough, Momo Kogo representing Stars. One moment, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. Thank you for the wait. So, back to what I was saying. I was listing off the teams. But yeah, so Momo Kogo will be joining Mina, the liveliness of Cosmic Angels, and Waka, the Cosmic Anchor, and they will be facing Saki Kashima, the Murder Clown, Ruka, versus Queen Quest members Azumi, Lady C, and I believe her. I'm trying my best not to like mispronounce names. I believe her name's like Miyu. She had a really nice match against Utami, which I highly doubt that she could have struggled to have a good match with Utami. Pretty certain, like this isn't Unagi hate, but I personally believe Unagi faces the younger talents to make herself look like a 10 when she's honestly a 7 in the ring. Maybe a 7.9. But yeah, so it'll be Azumi, Lady C, and Miyu, and it'll be in the 6 women tag gauntlet. How will this go? I have no idea. I believe it'll go basic gauntlet match rules. Maybe everyone's going to be outside the ring like lumberjacks. But we'll have to wait and see how that one goes. Next matches. Oh man, this again, guys. The pay per view card isn't how I'm saying it. I'm just reading off a website. It's DDM versus Prominence. So the members of DDM are Micah, 1/3 of the Artist Bout Champions, and the SWA Bout Champion, Tekla, which is probably one of the coolest new additions to DDM since January, versus Risa, Sarah, and Suzuki. I have no idea who Prominence are prior to any Stardom exposure. I'll be honest with you guys. I have not watched anything outside of Stardom, so I have not watched things such as Ice Ribbon. I have not watched things such as TJPW, which is Tokyo Japan Pro Wrestling. I haven't watched any of it. I haven't watched a full show. I have watched some TJPW, but yeah, outside of Stardom, I'm not that well knowledgeable, so I know nothing about Prominence except that they have some Julia beef. Apparently, Julia left Ice Ribbon, and the company just collapsed. And so, I guess Prominence has beef with her now, and by proxy, DDM as well. But honestly, they can't have Suzu and Rizzo losing. So it's either Thekla takes the pin or time limit draw here, because for some reason, none of the artist belt champions can't take a pin. And despite Thekla being SWA belt champion, apparently she could take a pin. She could take all the pins in the world somehow. But yeah. So it's either a time limit draw or Micah and Micah and Thekla get the win here, which I strongly doubt because Prominence is gonna have to face, I believe it's like Julia and Shuri eventually, or just all of DDM. So they need to look strong in a way. Anyways, yeah, that's my thoughts for the match. So I'm gonna have to run through that one again. I know nothing about Prominence outside of Stardom. Next match is for the Goddess of Stardom Championship. So basically the tag titles. It is the 99% champions, the one person, Hazuki, and the 1% tag partner, Koguma. For you guys that don't understand what I'm saying, Hazuki is basically the whole team. She's 99.9%. Koguma is just that minor 1%. Do I dislike Koguma? Not as much as I dislike Waka. Let's just keep it at that. And it is versus the team of Black Desire, which is Momo Watanabe. Happy birthday, Momo. And honestly, a contender for Woman of the Year, Starlight Kid, former high speed champion. So in this match, all I've got to say is if you're going to beat anyone, pin Koguma. I don't know how else I can say this without going off on a Koguma rant. I'll say it, guys. There are some gimmicks in wrestling I just don't get it, and it's not just Stardom. In NXT, I don't get Braun Breaker's gimmick. He feels like a high school senior. In AEW, I don't get Danhausen. You guys can probably go crazy on that one. And here in Stardom, I don't get Koguma's whole bear shtick. Oh, and in New Japan, I don't get Yano. He does heel shit, but everyone cheers and everything, and monitors go out. But God forbid Jay White low blows brass knucks. Like the whole arena upright and boos. So yeah, I just don't get the 180s on these gimmicks. But yeah, I got Black Desire winning this. I will admit I was heartbroken with Momo leaving Queen's Quest. And honestly, I thought, oh God, they keep adding members to Oedo Tai. But honestly, I have loved the team of Momo and Starlight Kid. They're the team I didn't know I need. Now I need them to also win the Goddess belts. I'm sorry, Hazuki, but lose the belts, ditch Koguma, go team with Momo Kogo, and you can at least be 60% of that team, and Momo can be the other 40. All right, time for our next match. Our next match is another tag match. The returning. Wait, no, not yet. The Stardom icon, the girl that, again, I still believe needs a lot of therapy for all her trust issues built, Mayu Iwatani, and the returning Kairi. Not Hojo, not Sane, just Kairi. Versus Cosmic Angels. Members Tam Nakano. Again, happy birthday, Tam. For you guys that bother to care, Tam and Momo share the same birthday. Speaking of birthdays, happy birthday to B. Priestley, or currently known as Blair Davenport. Today's her birthday. I know there's a lot of birthdays going on in the past 48 hours. But yeah, Tam Nakano and Unagi Sayaka. Did I need Momo? Not Momo, sorry. Did I need Mayu and Kairi to team up? Honestly, I think Kairi could have teamed up with anyone. I would have been fine just seeing Kairi do a one-on-one match, but we'll get there. But to see Kairi and Mayu to team up again, it's honestly one of the best feelings to see for Mayu because for you guys that didn't watch Stardom last year, again, I got into Stardom about a month after DDM's formation. And, I watched a lot of things go on around me, like the death of stars, losing Starlight Kid, losing the Clown, losing, um, sorry, losing all of Cosmic Angels, basically. Like, just losing a whole bunch of people where it was only down to Mayu, and losing Saki. But basically, it was just down to Mayu, and then having Mayu recruit people like Hazuki, Momokogo. Well, Momokogo asked, um, Koguma, I guess. She's really built stars back up, and I really do mean if Kyrie were to join stars, I think if we were to compare stars 2019, not 19, 2020 or 2021 to right now stars, I would think it is a much better improvement. So, praise towards the icon. But my praises aren't done because I do have to give them to also Tam, as she's been in limbo since losing the white belt to Kamitani. She's been pretty much everywhere. She had to be removed from the last show due to her, Mai Sakurai, and Waka being sick. Um, Her beef with Julia, which is at this point never ending. The DDM Cosmic Angels war will never be done. Actually, let's first rewind and let's talk about how this match happened. Kyrie returned to Stardom, and the rookie challenger or the veteran challenger Unagi steps up, casually. Welcome back, Kyrie. Would you like a one-on-one? And, Kyrie obliges by saying, hey, let's do a tag match. She gets Mayu Utami, and Unagi gets Tam. So that's how that match happened. And I am completely ready to see that back fist or that elbow by Kyrie, or the top 5, top 10 best moonsaults ever by the icon. I like Cosmic Angels. I really do love them. 99%. The 1% is Waka literally dragging them down. But I just need the icon and the pirate to win this. So I got them winning. I got Mayu and Kyrie winning this. Okay, time for the next. The next match, guys, is speaking of Kamitani. The next match is Saya Kamitani's biggest, greatest challenge ever. It is her Aphrodite teammate, Queen's Quest colleague, former Red Belt, current Red Queen, forever Red Queen, Utami. Oh, wait, one more thing. Wrestling Observer and Talk for Glory Woman of the Year for 2021, Utami Hayashi. I'm just going to say Utami, guys. So it's Saya versus Utami for the white belt. And again, this is Kamitani's craziest challenge ever. Utami didn't even challenge her. Kamitani straight out said, I need the best challenge out there. Utami, fight me. So, and Utami is already decorated. I believe she's won every championship but the white belt and the high speed belt. So, it's kind of crazy that Kamitani decides, let me challenge this elite status woman for my hard-earned white belt that I got in December. Honestly, this match is the tables reversed of last year. Last year, Saya had challenged Utami after winning the Cinderella tournament. Now it's Utami with no belt, and it's Saya with the white belt. And I have been memeing this, and I'm hoping it comes true one day. Well, not even one day. Around this Wrestle Kingdom, Saya needs to take on the toughest challengers in all of Stardom. Hell, I will even be fine if Saya Kamitani defends the white belt on Impact and AEW. Like, she'll beat those people. I want Saya Kamitani to go on a warpath to face Kota Ibushi in the Tokyo Dome. Does it have to be for the white belt? No, but Saya going on a worldwide trip, showing her resolve to Kota Ibushi, representing why she is the Dome Woman, and just an overall monster of a champion, all in the name of facing Ibushi to see who has the best Phoenix Splash. I love our Red Queen, I really do. But this one, I need to go with the Golden Phoenix on retaining the white belt. All right, guys, time for the main event. Because this is a double nighter, we're not closing out. We're not closing out yet, but I want to thank you guys currently for the part one. I'll read some comments right now. Julia is the glue. Cash Money, are you talking about when I talked about how Ice Ribbon went down after Julia just went, I'm peacing out, going to Stardom? Okay. So yeah, I'll have to agree with you heavily on that one. Hey, Japanese Peru, what's up, man? You just made it. I'm on night 2 of Stardom World Climax. Well, right now I'm at the main event. I'm at DDM Finals. Yeah, basically a finals. A DDM main event. It is Shuri versus the woman that everyone loves, Julia, for the red belt. Now, I've said on record multiple times that every champion's first 2 defenses are what matter to me. And I mean that from everyone in every company. From easily from Shuri's first 2 defenses being, I believe it was Shuri versus Mirai, and then this is her second defense. So, her defense is kind of, a balancing scale. Also, because it's a main event, I'll say this right now, guys. For the white belt, winner of Utami versus Kamitani will be facing Tam, the former white belt champion, and the winner of the red belt match will face the Stardom icon Mayu Iwatani. But yeah, so for this match, I want to say something that I've been heavily thinking about since January, and then it's a DDM split. I believe that there are too many members of DDM. Shuri says she's getting a quote unquote bodyguard when I'm pretty sure Shuri can beat everyone's ass. Like, she is an absolute demon. She can kick, punch, armbar, maneuver, all of it. Just all of it. So I doubt that Shuri needs a bodyguard, but I see a DDM split. What I believe is My Himi Poi version 1. Peru, because I believe you're getting here late, I made a little joke about the team of Mai Sakurai, Himika, and Natsupoi being My Himi Poi version 2. It's still My Himi Poi, just no Micah. But yeah, I see My Himi Poi going with Shuri, and then Julia's side, Julia's side will be Julia, Mirai, Dekla, and Mai Sakurai. So, a DDM split, an even split, actually, it's 4-4. And I guess that's another faction on the leaderboards of Stardom. But the feud of Shuri and Julia is something I didn't think I needed. I didn't think, oh, yeah, this is something that I need. Like, put it in my veins, inject this stuff in me now. I always told myself the only feud I need of Shuri's is Shuri versus Konami. And even right now, I miss Konami every single day. I miss her every single day, and I believe that Utami, not, God damn it, sorry, I read your comment. The losing, yeah, I'll read comments after actually this. Sorry, great, lost my train of thought. Sorry. Okay, but yeah, for Julia, and Shuri, for sure I said her perfect opponent is Konami until this feud with Julia. And it really just leaves me everywhere of where is DDM going with this? What is DDM after this? Who's on what side? But honestly, I can't have Shuri lose the belt so soon just because it's so soon. And I hate transitional champions. I hate short reigns. At best, people should be having reigns of up to 5 months. And I don't think Julia is red belt worthy in comparison to Shuri. I know I said Shuri isn't red belt worthy against Utami, but now I'm feeling it again where Julia actually isn't red belt worthy. I believe Julia is a future red belt winner. She's a future red belt champion, but right now is the era of Shuri. But actually guys, um I'm noticing that I won't be able to do both nights. So what I'm gonna do is, similar to the Wrestle Kingdom video. This is episode 110, so I'm going to turn off the live, turn it back on, and it'll be a part 2. So Peru, Cash Money, you guys can stay on the live because I'm gonna go back to being live. I'm just not trying to expand the time. But if you guys haven't already, you guys can follow myself and Young Smooth on our Twitters. Mine is Enigma_V4_. Young Smooth is Young Smooth TFGs. You can follow me on my Instagram, which is Enigma_V4. My TikTok is again Enigma_V4. We have a Discord as well. We're going to try to get that to grow even more. But thank you so much, guys, for hearing part 1 of Stardom World Climax. I know I didn't want to make this in a double video, but seeing how I'm not trying to go, put into a 60-minute video, and it's not like WrestleMania, so this is going to be put into a part 2 video. So again, drop a like, drop a sub, and part 2 will be coming in around 5 to 10 minutes.